Shep, there is so much destruction here in Lee County that it's a slow-going process to help everyone in need. It's taking official agencies and everyday people to work these rescue efforts. The efforts to rescue those stranded by Hurricane Ian are not over yet. Residents from Sanibel Island left cut off when the causeway collapsed, finally arriving on the mainland after a traumatizing experience.
I can't imagine what it's like really going through a true war. So it was pretty nightmare. I'm still got the shakes.
Elaine and Bill Coleman regretting the decision to have stayed.
We thought we were going to die. We could have left. It was so stupid.
What was it like while you were there?
What happened is we were in our neighbor's house across the way, and what happened, we watched the water come up and come up and come up.
Was I getting upset? Yeah, my chest was starting to tighten. We watched the water come up 5-6 feet.
The couple rescued by a volunteer citizen and veteran Jeff Pursley.
We came up from the Florida Keys, from Isla Mirada, a little bit south of here, just to help out.
What does it look like over there?
There's a lot of damage, a lot of water damage, obviously a lot of wind damage as well. It's pretty bad.
On Sanibel, the Coast Guard is conducting official search and rescue operations, finding those with no way out. In other areas, the help is coming from people with high clearance vehicles driving around neighborhoods in search of those left behind.
Dime qué están haciendo.
Ayudando a la gente. Venimos de Tampa y Orlando.
I asked this driver what he was doing. He says just helping people who need help. In many neighborhoods, the water has receded enough that residents have been able to start the cleanup process. But then there are other places like this. This is Iona, just west of downtown Fort Myers. This is at least a mile inland from the Gulf, and there's still so much water. That water yet to reveal the true number of casualties.
Let me paint the picture for you. The water was up over the rooftop, right? But we had a Coast Guard rescue swimmer swim down into it, and he could identify that it appeared to be human remains.
The help needed here on such a massive scale, it will take every helping hand.
They need a lot of help. Yeah. It's our turn to help now because we've had our own hurricanes and people come to help us, so it's our turn.
And even though the floodwaters are beginning to recede, it's still a very dire situation on Sanibel Island. That woman that we spoke to who was rescued today, she says last night when she was in her home, a fire broke out at a building very close by. So still very actively dangerous conditions that these first responders are having to deal with. Shep?
Really incredible. You know, I'm curious, when they rescue them in the helicopters or whatever way from Sanibel or Captiva or Pine Island or where do they take them? What's waiting for them?
Well, Shep, today we were near the marina where they were bringing people in by boat, and we noticed that there really weren't a lot of official resources there. There was a bus there for people that needed help with transportation, but we ran into a woman who's a nurse, and she said she noticed people were coming off in need of minor medical attention, cuts and scrapes, that sort of thing. And so she's been stationed there, and there was another EMT there. They've been just volunteering their time to help those people once they get off the island. Shep?
You know, over time, decades of covering these things, we often reach a point in these situations where frustration gets really high and people get kind of chippy with each other. And I'm just wondering what the general mood is there now and how people are really hanging on.
Shep, I think the thing that's keeping everyone in a positive spirit is seeing that there are so many people willing to chip in and help. That couple was so grateful to that captain who went out and helped rescue them. The people in the neighborhoods, they're just thankful that someone is there to help them go get some belongings in the house when it's surrounded by water. So the community effort is really keeping everyone in an uplifted mood.
Loved hearing that story in the drive up from Key West. Floridians all in this together. Valerie, thank you so much.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.